What's going on, fellas? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, I want to share with you 5 skills every man must master. Okay, and I'm not talking about changing your tire. I'm not talking about opening up a bank account and managing your money. Yes, these are skills you need to know too as a man, but I'm talking about 5 skills you need to master, man. And these are deeper than the surface, man. What I'm talking about is stuff that is going to improve and enrich the quality of your relationships, man. Your relationships with women, your kids, your coworkers, your boss, shit you deal with on a day-to-day basis, okay? All right, let's go ahead and get right into it. The first skill every man must master is the skill of emotional regulation, all right? Now, what am I talking about? I'm talking about when somebody pisses you off. Hell, it's not even just about being pissed off. You could be nervous about something. You could be going on a date and be anxious. What it is, emotional regulation is being able to get yourself back grounded, get yourself back to zero so that your emotional state, whatever you're feeling in that moment, is not becoming your reality. You're not responding, you're not reacting from that emotional state. Say you're angry, you go for a walk, hit some push-ups. Step away from the person, place, or thing that has aggravated you. This is what emotional regulation is, man. This is something that we are not taught. And I think every man, every person needs to be taught this at a young age, man. How to get yourself back to zero, man. Start focusing on your breathing. Start meditating. Start really self-reflecting, man. So that you're not letting every single little thing that is happening outside of your body, outside of your mind, your thought process. Somebody said something. Somebody cut you off in traffic. Your kid said something to you sideways. Your coworker asked you to do something. All this shit, like I said, stuff we deal with on a day-to-day basis. How to not let that have such a big impact on you internally. Okay? We're human beings. Things are going to hit us a certain way. But it's important to be more responsible and be more accountable for how you respond to things. Learn how to regulate yourself, okay? And if you don't know how to regulate yourself, use that link in the description and book a one-on-one call with me, all right? The second skill every man must master is learn to listen more and talk less. Stop running your damn mouth all the time. I used to struggle with this too. And what I mean is not that you gossip or anything like that, but you always got something to say. Whatever thought is coming in your mind, whatever you might see somebody, they look kind of rough, like they don't bathe or they don't wash regularly, you got something to say. You might be in a conversation with a girl or something, might be on a date, and you cutting her off. She's trying to explain what she does for a living. Oh, yeah. Well, I do this. And it's like, just shut up. Just listen. You don't always have to say everything that's on your mind. Learn how to be able to sit in silence, sit in stillness. This is going to improve the quality of your relationships. All right. This is like a superpower here. When you can learn to shut the hell up and to listen more, watch how people connect with you more. OK, I'm telling you, try this at the grocery store when you're in line checking out. Try this with a coworker or something. When they're talking about something, just listen. Just lay out. Don't say shit. Give them the floor. And then when you're listening to them, because you're not talking as much, ask them a question about what they just said. They telling you about their job. They telling you about they want to start school next semester. Oh, yeah. What are you thinking about taking? Oh, I want to start taking basket weaving. Why you want to take basket weaving? What about that interest you? This is going to improve your connections and your relationships with people. Stop talking so much. Stop over talking so much. The third skill every man must master is learn how to pick your spots. And what I mean is pick your spots when it comes to arguing. Pick your spots when it comes to addressing disrespect or perceived disrespect, all right? Not every moment that happens to you is actual disrespect. Not every moment needs to be, handled with aggression or you need to check somebody. Sometimes you do. Sometimes you do have to set a boundary for yourself. Sometimes you do got to let somebody know, hey, man, don't speak to me that way, okay? When you speak to me that way, I don't do well. I don't handle being spoken to that way. Sometimes you do got to check somebody, but it's important to learn to pick your spots, okay? Especially if you're like co-parenting. You know what I'm saying? If you're dealing with these stressful ass moments where you're trying to co-parent with your ex, pick your spots, man. Not everything needs to be blown out of proportion. I used to fuck this up too. I used to make things bigger than they needed to be because I didn't know how to emotionally regulate myself. When you can't regulate yourself, you don't know how to pick your spots. Everything can be blown up into a war before you know it. Okay. And if you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. So it's very key to learn how to like be selective, man, where you put your time and your energy and your attention on, man. Not everything has to be a fight. Okay. Sometimes you do have what I call purposeful fighting. Sometimes you do got to like, stand up for yourself. Well, you should stand up for yourself all the time. But sometimes you do have to be more assertive. Sometimes you do have to, like I said, you might have to check somebody, but more often than not, disrespect, things you're dealing with, they come from the stories you're telling yourself about whatever that incident was. Okay. Somebody said something to you a certain way. You're filtering it through your system a certain way. Now it becomes your reality. And now you got to go address this motherfucker. No, you don't. Learn to slow down and learn to pick your spots. Be more strategic with your energy and your attention. All right. Now, the fourth skill that every man must master is learn to own your shit. This is what I mean. Take accountability. When you mess up, own it, man. Ain't nothing embarrassing about owning something. If you made a mistake, if you raised your voice and you spoke to somebody a certain way and they're telling you, yo, I didn't like the way you spoke to me. You might need, instead of getting defensive and saying, well, if you wouldn't have done this, I wouldn't have had to raise my voice. You know how it is. Y'all know how we get. If you wouldn't have left this here, I wouldn't have had to say it. No, just hear what the person is saying. Like I said, talk less, listen more. Listen to what they're saying. If they say something to you, own your shit. Hey, damn, my bad. I didn't even realize I was doing that. My fault. I'll be more mindful of that. That's what a man does. That's what a self-aware, emotionally intelligent man does. All right. And it's important to, like I said, do this with your kids too, man. This really works with like women. I hate to say that this really works like this is some manipulative type of thing. It's not. This is just a normal skill that all of us should have been taught at a very young age. Take accountability for your stuff, man. Stop blaming people. Stop being a victim all the time, okay? Learn how to find the lessons in the bullshit. If you're going through tough things in your life, shift your perspective, man, and own your part in it. What I like to say is own your part in the dance. I used to use that term a lot when I was, dealing with my ex and stuff, because when you're in a relationship, it takes two people. But you got to own your shit. You got to own your part in the dance. If you can't do that, you're going to run into a lot of problems. People aren't going to want to fuck with you because you're the type of dude that can't take accountability. You're the guy who always is quick to blame somebody else. People do not respect that, all right? So learn to own your shit, brother. If you're getting any value out of this video so far, please smash the like button. I really appreciate it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you know when I make more content just like this, all right? Now, for this last skill that every man must master, it's learn to think for yourself, okay? Now, this is what will make you like more of a leader. You don't have to follow the crowd. You ever be at work and somebody talking about, I don't know, anything. They could be talking about politics. They could be talking about Trump. They could be talking about the person Trump going up against, and it creates this divide. It creates this moment where you're like, shit, should I say how I really feel? Should I say who I voted for? Should I say what I think about politics? And people shy away. They get scared. They get embarrassed to speak their voice, to speak their truth. No, fuck all that. Learn to think for yourself. Learn to speak for yourself. You don't have to follow the crowd. You ain't no damn sheep. Learn how to lead. If you feel a way about somebody, learn how to say, yo, this is how I feel about such and such, and this is why. I look at life this way, and this resonates with me. This person resonates with me. Or learn how to articulate yourself. Learn how to stand on your own and not be scared to express how you feel, man, respectfully. These are all skills that are going to allow you to be more respected as a man. Okay, become an independent thinker. Okay, what I like to look at it this way of like step out of the fucking matrix. We're all in the matrix. You're all conditioned. We're all on our phone. We're all scrolling. We all take in what they want us to take in. You got to learn how to question shit. Question your reality. Question your beliefs. How did you even get these beliefs that you have? Did it start with your parents? Was it pushed on you? Do you still believe that now? Does it serve you now? This is what I'm talking about. You got to get more curious with who you are as an individual. Okay. And this is going to allow you to be able to step more into your authenticity as a man and as a person and not be led by other people's opinions, other people's thoughts, how they live their lives. Okay. So learn how to think for yourself. Okay. Again, like I said earlier, man, if you need help with any of this, self-mastery, emotional intelligence, diving deeper so you can understand yourself as a man and as a human being, then use that link in the description to book a one-on-one coaching call with me. Also, check out this video right here on the screen so that you know when you're finally becoming a man. All right. I'll see you on the next video. Peace.